Everybody, I'm Grandmaster Ben Feingold. This is 5 Minutes with Ben, and I'm Ben. We're going to look at a game played in 1991 between Alexander Beliavsky. In 1991, Beliavsky was pretty good in 91. And speaking of pretty good, his opponents, Viswanathan Anand, and Anand in 1991 was also pretty good. Let's see. Anand was born in 69 like I was. So he was 21 years old when this game was played. Unless it was played at the end of December, then he was 22. Probably he's 21. About 95% chance he was 21. Okay, and Beliavsky, if I remember correctly, which I don't, was born in 1951. But it could be I'm wrong about that. But if I'm wrong, people on YouTube will let me know. So he's 40, slightly past his prime. Okay, and Anand won a pawn in the middle game, which doesn't seem to matter very much because opposite side castling and so forth. And I haven't shown an Anand game in a long time. Anand has a lot of exciting games. So, okay. So in this position, Beliavsky played for mate, h4. Makes sense. Bam. And white wants to play h5 and knight g5 and checkmate black. Okay. So Anand thought checkmating was a good idea. So he played c3. Black is obviously and frankly threatening c2 check, winning the rook. So Beliavsky took. Anand recaptured. And here comes Beliavsky with the move h5. Eventually, Anand's king is going to be pretty open. Beliavsky's king is pretty open. Okay. So in this position, Anand made a multi-purpose move. Very dangerous move, but Anand at 21 was quite good at calculation. Played knight e3. Sort of threatens the g-pawn, which you probably don't want to take. So that's not that important. Threatens the rook. And the most important thing, which was oblivious to Beliavsky, was it defends the bishop on d5, so black's queen can go on a journey, start attacking the white king. Otherwise, if the queen starts running around, bishop's not defended very well. So knight e3 does a lot of stuff. And Beliavsky thought he didn't really have time to move his rook because he is down a pawn and he's playing for mate. So he played knight g5, sacrificing the exchange, and white's going to attack down the h-file, and so forth. Anand didn't want the exchange. He's also playing for mate. The game's super exciting. And Anand played queen c7, which has a huge threat, which Beliavsky missed. And in this position, I know what the threat is because I've seen the game. I'm trying to figure out how I would stop it. I'm guessing rook c1. Rook c1 also stops knight takes d1. So, although I must admit I don't believe in rook c1. I mean, I got 4 pieces attacking the white king. The white king doesn't have any shelter on the C and B files. So I don't like white's position. Okay, so Beliavsky probably missed black's threat, and he played knight takes h7. That's a very dangerous move for black. Beliavsky wants to play knight f6 and take the rook and take on g6. And taking on h7 looks suicidal after we take double check on g6. That doesn't seem good for black's king. It also seems suicidal to allow knight f6 check. So the fact that Beliavsky clearly missed what Anand did here, I wonder what Beliavsky was thinking. He might have been thinking he was winning. Because, man, knight f6 check is annoying. Anyway, both sides are attacking. The arbiter told the players to take a break because the game was too exciting. The crowd was getting too excited. And Anand said, "You will know my name is the Lord when I play the next move." And Beliavsky said, Pulp Fiction came out in 1994. This game was 1991. So what are you talking about? And Anand played brilliant move. You can pause your video, try to find it, see if you're as good as Anand. The answer is you're not. Even if you find the move, you're not as good as Anand. Okay. And Anand played, now that you've unpaused your video, Anand played rook b3 check, and the game is over. So white has two legal moves. He chose to resign. King a1, queen c3 mate is pretty easy for players of that level, or any level. So the only variation analyze is takes, queen c2 check, king a1. And this is probably the move that Beliavsky missed when he played knight takes h7. Black just steps back with the queen, check, and white is going to have to walk into queen takes b3 check. And that's not something you want to walk into, but it's required. If king a2, we have very easy mate. You can play queen a2 mate or knight c2 mate. That's up to you. And if king b1, queen takes b3. If king a1, this is the same position. So again, we have queen a2 mate and knight c2 mate. Or you can play king c1 and then queen c2 is mate. So rook b3 check just leads to mate. And after rook b3 check, Beliavsky resigned. And Anand, when he was in his early 20s, won a lot of games like that, where there was calculation, attacks on both sides, and Anand calculated better than his opponents. I'm Grandmaster Ben Feingold. That was 5 Minutes with Ben. Please like and subscribe, leave a comment, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.